Hi guys, Rebecca and I are here to share with you a bit about the 30 Days to Healthy Living program, how we actually do the program when we do it in its entirety, and then how we actually rope it into our day in, day out life on kind of like an 80-20 rule. Well, that's what I like to call it, the 80-20 rule. 20% of the time you get to be free flowing and get to have little treats here and there and enjoying life. And then the other part of the time is actually bringing in the fabulousness of the nutritional products on a day-to-day basis, knowing that every morning, like for me, for example, every morning I get up, I'll have my Digestion Plus, which is a pre and probiotic, which is this baby, comes in 30 satchels. Then I'll have my green elixir, which includes my greens, plus two things that are not included in the 30 Days to Healthy Living, which is the mind health and the skin elixir. I'll have that shaken up, and then I'll have a smoothie jam-packed with frozen fruits, veg, and our protein as well. So like that's literally my daily go-to every day, and that's how I maintain that healthy foundation. So yeah, Rebecca, what's been your experience on the 30 Days to Healthy Living? What did you love? What did you notice? Yeah, let me hear about it.
Interesting you should say your routine, because from doing 30 days, there was a routine I got from 30 days.
Mm.
And but then I adapted it to what worked for me moving forward. So you showed your skin elixir and the Mind Health Plus, and I put that all in my morning. And then
Yep.
I have my greens with my protein and my Digestive Plus in my shake with my
Nice.
fruits and banana and so forth
Yep.
later on in the morning. So interesting how, you introduced me to this 30 days healthy living,
Yep.
and I did exactly what you did to begin with, but as I went I found out what worked best for me. And one of these two key things I loved about it, the first one was the protein wasn't whey protein, it was pea
Mm.
protein. And
Yes.
someone who's had gut problems since the day, I think probably since I was probably about 10. So what I put into my gut is so important because,
Mm.
being bloated and all that yucky stuff. So pea protein was really critical. And the
Yep.
other aspect was really being able to dance with the program. So the first time I did it, I reckon I probably did it 60-40.
Yep.
It
Yeah,
was
which is cool that
too
you
much
can do that.
of a yeah, it was too much of a change for me
Yeah.
to completely shift that. And I'm not one to do something that really shocks my body because it turns on me. But I did it, and it gave me that sense of accomplishment and feeling better. And so the next time I did it probably 97%
Nice.
of what you do with it. And that's when I got some really great results. And that's why I've been able to continue doing it now.
It's so
So
good as
yeah,
well, like that you can bring it in and do what works for you as well. Like I know for me, before I started 30 days, I did what we call the breakfast club, which was getting used to having the shake in the morning. Like I was always somebody who had smoothies, but then when I added in the fiber and the protein into it, that was a new texture and a new taste to kind of get used to and adapt to. So I did that for a few weeks leading in, and then I went whole hog when I did 30 days. Whereas Russell, he still had a few things, like he still had his coffee and he still had his tea, and those kinds of things he wasn't
mm,
ready to give up, but he still got the results. So it's like you can actually fit it into where you're at and it can meet you, or you can, and then you can choose to then go in whole hog when you're ready. But
yeah.
it is so versatile that way, and there is no one way to do any of it, right? Like it's like, how does it fit into your lifestyle?
Yeah, okay. Oh, and actually make that three things. It's not two, there was three things. And I think the third thing was the element that made all the difference, to be honest. And that is how we have our Facebook 30-day group. And
Yeah.
we all do it as a team for that 30 days. And you've got that support person taking you through the recipes and what they're up to, and just that support and conversation
Mm.
that if you start to feel a bit, oh, this sucks, God, I want to wine tonight,
Yeah. Yeah.
which was probably my every Friday night post. Oh, I still want to wine. And the support that would come with that, and the rest, and particularly the recipes, because I love food, but I'm really not. I don't care what type of food it is, as long as it tastes good,
Yeah.
and it's bonus that it's, and I want it to be healthy. So being hand given that type of recipes and that work made a big difference, because as you and I know, I'm not a kitchen person, and I will never be that. I have accepted it. I'm
Yeah.
not a lover of kitchen. So give me something what to do and go do it, and then I'm happy. So
Yeah, and it's the best thing about the recipes. Like I know for the first 2 weeks of 30 days, like I was really strict on the recipes, and then I am somebody who does love the kitchen and loves to free flow. So it was like, yeah, I know, right? We'd be great. We could do 30 days together, and like I could cook and create, and you could follow the recipes. It would be awesome. But like it was like come week 3, I would still do some of the recipes as they were to kind of learn new flavors and tastes and all that kind of stuff. But I really started to create and adapt into, okay, well, I know the things now based on previous recipes. Now, how do I bring a couple of them together and create a cool meal?
Yeah.
So which was really great. And then the other thing that like blew my mind was how much the family loved it. Because when I did 30 days, I had my mother-in-law and father-in-law here from the UK for about the last 10 days of it, as well as then we've got like 3 of our kids that come and go, and then the 2 girls that are here all the time. So I'm not going to cook a separate meal. So no, sorry, but I'm not that person. No. It's like you eat what I've cooked or like make your own. So, but they loved the meals, and because there was recipes, I would actually put up what I was going to cook that week, and the kids would go like, oh, can you make this one when we were here that night, or can you do this one? And it was great because it was like I didn't have to think about those nights. I just had to pick and choose in between. And I went and did the shopping for that week and used all the food that I had, so I didn't have to go, oh, crap, like what am I going to cook tonight? I already knew that I had 5, 6, 7 things as the options, and which one was going to be tonight. So
yeah, brilliant.
Really cool for that. From a waste point of view as well, you don't waste much. And you've got all the stuff you need, and you just pull it out when you need it.
Yeah, brilliant.
So, yeah.
And the other thing that you mentioned to me when we first spoke about doing the program, so guys, if you're listening, it was a number of months before I decided to jump on board, and that's all been part of my own self-love and self-discovery journey. So when you actually start really loving yourself, you really want to put good stuff into your body and around you and so forth. So I transformed a stack load of stuff. But one of the hooks that Gail said to me was, it's not that you're going to feel deprived, because you're actually going to enjoy a lot of the food because you can have sweet stuff and savory. It's simply ensuring that the food isn't going to be reactionary to your body, and to give that reset that after, if anything like me, probably ploughing it with a few things that isn't the best for your system. So giving it that reset to then be able to test what does react, and then know what works for you and what doesn't, and you still don't feel deprived or hungry, and knowing that you're actually really looking after yourself.
And it's a huge thing for people as well. They often go like, oh no, I'm going to go learn about how to do healthy living, and I'm going to starve, or I'm not going to have enough. And it's never about that. Like I recently did a 10-day reset with my sister, and she's like, I don't want to go hungry. I'm like, no, it's not about that. It's actually like when you're hungry, it's which snacks are you choosing? So you're nuts and seeds and fruits and veggies and hummus, and instead of like gluten-based stuff, you're doing the non-gluten-based. It's just making those choices and having the grab-tos being stuff that's in line with the healthy habits versus like I'm grabbing the stuff that's simple and easy and it's maybe not the best for me. So and I love that, because it's not about going hungry. It's not about, I'm gonna starve myself in two smoothies a day. What? Like, and then a meal? Like, what about all the other food? Well, no, when you want to have a snack, you have a snack. You don't deprive yourself. I always, like, my biggest thing that I always say to people when they are starting this is, when you have that hungry feeling, have a big glass of water first, give your body some hydration, and then if you still feel like a snack, then snack. Because sometimes what our body does is it defaults to wanting a snack food, when actually what it needs is the hydration and the water. So it's balancing it, and it's just only fueling the body for goodness, really, which I love. So good.
And I think, and the other thing that I learned was that, okay, well, let's have a look at how I'm feeling. So what's feeling happening that is creating, is it an emotional hunger or is it actual hunger? Is my body needing something because
is it of boredom hunger or an actual food hunger?
And really, and as much as I know about emotional eating for, I think many people, particularly maybe many women, have heard of that before, but really doing the work to stop and go, okay, so how am I feeling? And what is the feeling that's there? And let's deal with that first. And then grab a healthy snack, or grab, not even a healthy snack, but grab something that actually your body will value and tastes good.
And it's really what's fueling your body, right? So, and that's what I love so much, is it's not like, okay, well, don't have these things. Okay, fine, yes. Learn which things you can have, or how much is too much, right? So one of the things you do take out is obviously the dairy and the gluten. Well, one of my faves is wood-fired pizza, right? So I know when I'm maintaining 80-20, like I can have a pizza night and I don't feel guilty for that, and my body doesn't suffer. Now, if I did that 7 days a week, then I know my body's going to have a reaction. And I did find that actually recently when I was on holidays, I had a blowout, as you do. And I just was eating, we were socializing and eating and all those kinds of things. So you just roll with what is. It's not about not having life either. But then I realized what my body needed and when it was too much. And that was the cool thing. It's like I'd still have my shake in the morning. So at least then I knew however my day showed up, even though if I was having a blowout, like it was all good, I was still maintaining healthy happiness in the morning. But I also then
give me something.
Exactly. And then I realized where the line is, where is too much. And so it's not about like not ever having cheese again or not ever having any gluten or that bakery that makes that beautiful fresh bread. Like it's not about that. It's like how do I bring it in moderation so my body is still being fueled with fabulousness and feeling good and giving me the energy that I need versus like, I'm just feeling sluggish and more sluggish every day and I don't know how to find it.
Yeah, for me it's bloated and sore around my abdomen, which just impacts everything. Impacts your mood, impacts how you do work, life, everything.
You go in to put clothes on and you go like, ugh, that's not working for me today. Why? Because you're bloated and feeling ick. And it's like, okay, now I've got to find a new outfit. On top of feeling sluggish, I've got to find something different to wear so I can at least feel some sense of fabulous.
Exactly. And then the cycle continues. Yes, exactly.
So, so guys, 30 days is about, introducing and really bringing about healthy habits and bringing them into your life so you can actually create an ongoing love and life for your body and fueling it in a great way. And like we've said, it's not about missing out. It's not about not having things. It's about introducing and bringing in the nutrients and fueling your body for the best possible life that you can have. So, and that's why, like, I can't imagine we don't ever travel without our blender. I actually I took the base and forgot the blender duvlaki, the jug part. I'm like, what's that thing called? The jug? I was mortified. The next day I was literally at the shops. I bought a blender to get me through the week. Cause I'm like, I can't do it. Won't do it.
Love it.
Yeah.
What I've noticed is since I've started doing, or being, it's part of my lifestyle now, so much as I do on social media and I'm not really curious and interested. So I'm really looking into what other people do because it keeps popping up on my feed. And there's a couple of things that really resonated with me. And I was like, so true. One of the ones was, if you've got big dreams for your life, isn't it important to ensure that your body and who you are is well fueled to be able to fulfill them? Yeah. And the other one that I heard, which, has me tear up when I think about it, don't you and your family or your children deserve the best version of you and life?
Yeah.
And as soon as I think that, when I reach for what have you, or go into whatever emotion's going on, I go, actually, that's way more important to me than that packet of twisties sitting over there.
Yeah.
As I go to, the shopping cart. So, as much as it's about that healthy, we want to be healthy because our body needs it. But when you have something bigger than you that you're committed to, that fuels it, then that helps with your decision making on a day-to-day basis. And you're not always going to get it right because, Friday night tonight, wine's in the fridge ready to go. But it's, but I pace it. I know now. It's like, it's part of my 80-20 and I enjoy it rather than it's for a, it's just more than just a social occasion.
Yeah. And guys, I actually know that Rebecca will often replace, instead of having a wine, she'll have a fizz stick, but she'll have it in a wine glass. Why? Because it makes you feel like you're having especially when you're socializing as well, it gives you kind of a social element to enjoying life as well. So I do the same. Like I haven't had a drink in 5 years. That's just been a choice. It's just my body just doesn't like it anymore. I still love the smell of wine, but I just haven't. So even when I'm socializing and everybody's like, why aren't you drinking? I just enjoy a sparkling water and lemon and lime, but I do have it in a champagne or a wine glass because I do like that feeling of like, I don't know, there's something like,
right? Yeah,
yeah,
totally.
it's like cheers and like it's fun and it's life, but you get to choose what you put in it, and it's not choose not to have alcohol or choose to have alcohol. It's not about that. It's just like, what is your body saying and what are you listening? You know?
And just quietly, what else I do, just Gail, close your ears, is I was out, say, the other day to a friend's barbecue, and I brought out my fizz stick, put it in the glass, put it in the water, and I went, can I just have a little bit of wine on top? Okay, great.
Yeah.
So I mix it up because
fizz scales. That's what I call those, fizz scales.
So anyway, maybe too much talking about alcohol, but it's about ensuring that that you don't feel deprived, or you're not. It's not about willpower and discipline. It's simply about building habits and building things that resonate with you, and have you be the best version of yourself, and all that other palaver that we talk about. But that it's sustainable.
Yeah. And I think you nailed it in one of the conversations we had when you did your first 30 days, where you said to me the pull to not having the wine, for example, on the Friday night would have been much more of a great emotional cost than the just to have a wine and go, okay, I've done that. Now I'm back on the horse. And you know, you have to just meet yourself where you're at. And guys, it's about being, you know, not giving yourself the discipline, like, right? So Rebecca still had the conversation with herself, like, oh, do I, don't I? And then decided I'm going to right now. But instead of having multiple, it was like, I'll have one or I'll have two, and then I'll get right back on the horse the next day.
Back on the,
so
yeah.
Hi. I'll be out in just 1 second. And 30 days, guys, is so good for the kids. Like my kids every single day love having their smoothies. So there are some fabulous things that it's full of nutrients as well. So do you want to share about your 30 days? Come tell about your smoothie this morning. Come share about your smoothie. Come here. Come tell everybody how you love your smoothie. Okay, it's all right. Well, Mommy will be back in a second, okay? Okay, but Mommy's doing a call right now. Okay, quickly. This is real life, guys. This is what 30 days is all about. Healthy habits to be able to be the best version and the mom that you want, right? Like it gives you freedom and lifestyle to actually have things show up in your life. So yeah, if you want to know more about the 30 days to healthy living, we would love to share more. We're going to share more about our experiences. We're going to actually knuckle down and create some videos about specific products as well. And you've got Arizona joining you now as well, 2 of them in, and we're going to actually start doing that. So on that note, I'm going to say that if you want to know more about 30 days to healthy living, reach out to us, let us know, and we'll start to nut down and share about each of the products so you can understand and learn more. Just a second, baby girl, okay? Okay, great. So we will share more about our experience, about others' experiences, and how to actually bring healthy habits into life.
That's right.
On that note, we love you guys. Thank you so much for sharing your experience, Bec. We will chat and talk more and share and love you guys and bring in 30 days and healthy habits from here going forward. Have a beautiful day.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.